it was the biggest mistake of my life. I was just a teen, and my mood swung back and forth from time to time. Of course, I never really meant what I said, but I let my emotions spill out, something we all do every now and then. This time, though, my stupid actions caused me to have to pay the price. I had just come home from a date with the hottest chick at my school. We got caught up, if you will, and in my lust I forgot that curfew was at 10 sharp. Well, I walked to my front door at 10:45, and that didn't make my mom very happy. She gave me a lecture, and I did my best to tune her out. I really did. My anger got the best of me, though, and in my rage I said aloud, "I wish I had a different mom, one who wasn't such a psycho bitch." My mom just stared at me with her mouth open. I figured this was my chance to slip up the stairs and go to my room before I got my ass beat. I took off all but my boxers and slipped into my sheets. I tried to lay there thinking about the awesome sex I just had, but I couldn't help but feel guilty about saying that to my mom. I got up out of my bed and started to leave my room when I ran into my mom in the doorway. My lights were off, and I couldn't make out her face, but I knew it was her because there was no one else it could have been. "Mom, I'm sorry," I began, but my mom just put a surprisingly cold finger on my lips. She bent over and kissed me on my forehead, then walked down the stairs to her room. Figuring I was forgiven, I walked back to my bed and laid down to sleep. When I awoke, I could smell the delicious smell of bacon. My stomach rumbled, and I hurriedly went down the stairs to the kitchen. I saw my mother with her back towards me, leaning over the stove cooking a meal. "Good morning," I said, but my mother just ignored me. I thought she forgave me, but whatever reason she wasn't talking to me, it was my fault. "Good morning," I said, this time a little bit frustrated. She kept cooking. The sound of sizzling bacon was the only sound in the house. My anger swelled in me like a giant balloon, and it was going to pop. "Mom, I said—" She turned around, and I thought I was going to throw up. She was pale and had bloodstains all over her apron. She was a lot taller and thinner, and her fingertips were a bluish gray. This was not what scared me, though. What scared me is that thing wasn't my mom, but it had my mother's face, sewn onto its head like a mask. That thing began to open what used to be my mother's mouth with the most sickening grin across my mother's peeled-off face.
Good morning.